You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Young and the Restless fans, I've got your 2-week spoilers for November 4th. Through the 15th, Jill Abbott completely snaps. Phyllis is gaslighting, and there is wedding mayhem. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, please click subscribe. Let's dive into what's coming these 2 weeks, starting with the action on Monday, November 4th. So Phyllis is just so unhappy. Daniel is out on bail thanks to Christine, but he is still facing prison, and Phyllis, of course, is certain that Sharon did this. Daniel is not quite so sure because Sharon is playing up the I'm a fragile victim card. And the sad thing is she is mentally fragile sometimes, and then other times she's acting just like a stone cold killer. So on Monday, Phyllis confronts her, tells her she knows what she did and she has proof. She is starting her plan to gaslight her into panicking so they can nail her. And Christine does know about this plan to some extent, and she's open to having Sharon as a possible alternate culprit to take the heat off Daniel when they go to trial on these charges, because everything else is circumstantial evidence, but I don't even think she truly believes it. And Nick isn't very happy about these accusations, but he also wants Sharon to be very careful in how she responds, because amping up Phyllis isn't a good idea. And when Sharon mentions getting a restraining order, Nick also lets Sharon know that she needs to think about what she's doing so she doesn't wind up making herself look guilty, which of course she is. As far as we know, I've seen a lot of people suggesting Daisy Carter might have done this. And again, it's not that Daisy isn't capable of it. It's just the timing for somebody to happen to sneak in while Sharon happened to black out, when Sharon has had these blackout spells before where she has done things while blacked out. You know, so we'll just see. Hopefully we'll see soon. They've dragged this plot on way farther than they should have. Daniel and Phyllis and Summer all conspire and have this discussion about it. The kids just are hoping she doesn't go too far. Claire and Kyle almost make love on Monday, but Summer intentionally interrupts them, and that kind of messes up the nice co-parenting session that Kyle had with Summer before she pulled that sketchy move. And Billy and Sally have another little date night at the GCAC that's kind of fun, kind of friendly, but she's not yet ready to take it to the bedroom. They're taking it slow, but I know people either really like them or really hate them, and that's what a good soap couple has, is you have the love or you have the hate. And so we'll see if they keep them on as a pair. Tuesday, November 5th, Traci has a big surprise for her boyfriend, Alan Laurent. I saw him on another show, by the way, Christopher Cousins. He was on, I think is it a CBS show? It's called High Potential, about this genius chick who goes to work for the police. I like the woman who's in it. And when they showed him, I was like, oh, he did it, because he's the most recognizable guest star. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. And Nate has to make a decision about helping Amy Lewis find her long-lost son, Damian, before she dies of leukemia. So we have more scenes with Valerie Pettiford next week. And Billy has to bite the bullet and approach Lily and try to work something out with her to do what Jill says, get her back at Abbott Chancellor, but she's also constantly undermining him, and she gave that info to Victor, so he doesn't trust her, but his mom's pressuring her. So Billy is in an extremely tight spot, but what he doesn't know that's important to know is that Lily has also been told that she needs to play nice with Billy. So we'll see if she does or if she tries to get away with more. Wednesday, November 6th, Phyllis again corners Sharon as she dives deeper into her gaslighting plan. But we also know that Phyllis is going to be in danger at some point when she pushes Sharon too far. Daniel is very eager to get justice for the woman he loves. He knows he didn't kill Heather, And for those of y'all thinking Lucy did it, she has not shown any signs of violence. Yes, I know that Sheila Carter is her grandmother and Phyllis is her other grandmother, but come on. There are a lot better suspects in town. And Christine Williams is keeping a secret. Now, this may be something to do with the case. I think it'd be pretty cool if she and Danny had like eloped or something and they're not telling anyone just because of what's going on with Daniel, because Phyllis's head would spin around like The Exorcist if Danny and Christine secretly got married. Thursday, November 7th, Diane issues a cryptic warning to someone, maybe to Kyle, maybe to Jack, we'll see. And Victor is ready to unveil a huge surprise to Nikki Newman. And Summer isn't very happy with her boyfriend Chance because he arrested her brother Daniel on what she agrees is circumstantial evidence, and Chance is ignoring other things. And again, we're talking about alibis. They can track your cell phone. They can track your car. There's so many things that they can track that would have established where Daniel was, because he wasn't at home. He was out and about, away from Heather. So yeah, credit card receipts, witnesses at the places he was. He and Lucy went to the movies. I remember them talking about that. Earlier in the evening, they had gone to dinner. I think either Summer or Phyllis was with them. I'll have to look back at my notes, but there's just a lot of information there that indicates that the only person that was home was Heather when Sharon came by. And Sharon, for bizarre reasons, admitted she was there at the time of death. That alone, especially with her recent aggressive behavior, should have put her on the suspect list. Friday, November 8th, Victor shows Nikki the rebuilt ranch house that he has done as a surprise for her. It burned down 12 years ago, and Nikki is completely overwhelmed, and Abby will be too, because she and Devon are going to be married there the following week. In that week, November 11th through the 15th, tons of wedding stuff and people coming into town for the wedding. Pre-wedding events on Monday and Tuesday. The actual wedding begins on Wednesday, November 13th, as we hit the milestone 13,000th episode of The Young and the Restless. Nikki is stunned that Victor rebuilt the house for her. I hope they explain how she and everybody else in the family who are always at the ranch, Victoria's living in, I think, the tack house now. Sharon lives on the property, plus Nikki and Victor live on the property, and they're all at the stables all the time. How did nobody notice construction materials, construction trucks, carpenters, contractors? How big is the ranch? Hundreds of acres, thousands of acres, because they seem to pop from that into town pretty fast. So just how big is this property? It's just bizarre. All right. Abby is going to be so excited, though, to get married at the ranch. Big returns heading to Genoa City for the week. Jack has gone to Paris to bring Ashley Abbott home to see her daughter get hitched. She and Victor will be walking Abby down the aisle together on Wednesday. Yolanda and Anna Hamilton are back sitting on the groom's side. That's Shanae Lawson and Lauren Lott returning short term. Jill Abbott is back for Abby's wedding to sit on the bride and groom's side, maybe both, right? And we know Lily Winters will be at the wedding. I presume Billy is going to be there too with the other Abbotts. Interested to see if we get some Lily, Jill, and Billy drama at the wedding, because tensions are running high, especially with Victor there trying to steal the company. Abby and Devon, they're sweet, but they're pretty dull. The most exciting thing I feel like they've done was when they first hooked up, when they were cheating on Chance and Amanda when they first got together. Since then, they're just kind of happy and bland, it's very nice to have a couple that's not full of drama. But because of that, I feel like some of the wedding guests are going to cause drama. Adam should be there. I'm hoping that Billy brings Sally along, because she should probably be there for last minute tweaks to the dress she designed for Abby. Victoria and Cole will be there. Jack and Kyle should be there on the bride's side. Lots of people who are aggravated with Victor and one another. And I can't say that I'd hate to see the mustache wind up in the middle of the wedding cape, wiping some frosting off his face and saying, well, I'll be damned.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.